the American dream. You know, you're so busy pushing the clock, dealing with longer work hours, irregular work shifts, career pressures, night shifts, family demands, changing shifts, and the kids. But to cram it all in, you cut back on sleep. And then that clock you've been beating all day comes back to haunt you at night. Oh, man. There's the alarm. I just haven't had enough sleep. Over the course of our lifetimes, we should spend 25 years sleeping. With all that time in practice, you'd think we would all know how to sleep well every night. But the facts are, sleep problems are real. They're legitimate, and they're ignored. Unfortunately, if you have a sleep problem, you may be missing out on a fuller waking life. And while you're missing out, your health and safety may be at risk. Think that's not a problem? Consistent with the American dream, sleep problems are also very democratic. They affect every race, creed, age, and color. Unfortunately, these sleep problems take their toll on you, your job, your family, your quality of life. Hey, don't get caught napping. We know that a big part of that American dream you've been chasing is quality of life. But when you're plagued by a sleep problem, that quality is nowhere to be found. Quality of life, you say? All right, I do have trouble sleeping.
I haven't had a good night's sleep in 3 years. I fall asleep fine at 10:30, and 2 o'clock I wake up and can't go back to sleep.
Sound familiar? If you do have a sleep problem, research tells us that it can take its toll on you, your job, your family, your quality of life. Funny though how so few people think there's a real problem. What are the leading sleep problems? Glad you asked. The most common sleep problem is insomnia, or what's sometimes called sleeplessness. Sleeplessness includes the inability to fall asleep, stay asleep, or waking up too early. Sleep deprivation, another common problem, is the inability to get adequate levels of sleep. It can be caused by the demands of life, such as work, family, and social commitments, as well as chronic insomnia. Other less common sleep problems are apnea, interrupted breathing characterized with loud snoring, and narcolepsy, suddenly falling asleep during a waking state. And what do all these sleep problems have in common? That's right, they all put you at risk. Your health, your safety, your job, your quality of life are all at risk. If the risks we've touched upon so far haven't moved you, just keep the following in mind. At this moment, there are people with sleep problems driving trucks, flying planes, guiding ships, steering trains, and running nuclear power plants. But let's get back to you. Sleep is good. Sleep recharges your mind and body. Would you like a little more energy? How does better health sound? Are you interested in better concentration, better memory? Take a good look at yourself. Take a good look at your daily routine. Start by finding out if you have a sleep problem by taking the Good Morning Sleep Quiz. You'll find it in the handout provided. This quiz will ask you questions like, do you have trouble falling asleep? Or, if you wake up in the middle of the night, do you have trouble falling back to sleep? Do you wake up too early? Are you experiencing stress that prevents you from falling asleep? Do you have problems staying awake during the day? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you may indeed have a sleep problem. Many sleep problems can be solved through self-care strategies. The tools to better sleep are right in this handout. Take a look at the 20 self-care tips for 40 winks. Inside these pages, you'll find things you can do during the day, before bedtime, and in bed to help you get a better night's sleep.
I laid off the coffee.
Taking hot baths after I come home from work.
Usually I work out in the afternoon, and gives me a much better full night's sleep.
Hey, those were some great tips. Want to find out more? Here's what you can do during the day to help you sleep better at night. First, even though it may be easier said than done, you can reduce the stress in your life. Try organizing, prioritizing, and asking others for help. Nodding off during the day just won't do. Daytime naps can lighten nighttime sleep and make it more easily disturbed. Have a regular bedtime. Get up at the same time every day. Yes, even on weekends. This will help train your mind and body to sleep at a regular time. Don't be a couch potato. Regular exercise, such as a brisk walk, is an excellent way to relax. However, exercising in the evening can cause you to be wide awake at bedtime. You may be asking for sleep trouble if you drink coffee or smoke within 6 hours of bedtime. Both caffeine and nicotine are stimulants. What medicines are you taking? Did you know that sleeplessness may be a side effect of many over-the-counter and prescription medicines? Ask your doctor about this possibility. Just as what you do and don't do during the day influence your chances of good sleep, so does your behavior a few hours before going to bed. Think back to when you were a child. Your parents may have helped you to get to sleep with some warm milk, maybe a bath or a bedtime story. After a while, without knowing how or why it happened, you slipped peacefully into sleep. That regular bedtime ritual is still a good place to start. In addition to having a bedtime routine, I have a few more tips for you before going to bed. First, if you want a snack before bedtime, think light. Potato chips and cookies are okay for daytime snacks, but before bed, stay away from foods high in fat or sugar. Light carbohydrate snacks, such as a banana, can actually help you fall asleep. Secondly, be aware that you should limit your liquid intake before bedtime. Drinking may cause you to wake up later in the night, and you may have trouble falling back to sleep. Also, avoid all sources of caffeine. Colas, some aspirins, and yes, even chocolate contain caffeine that can keep you awake. You'll also help yourself sleep better if you relax before getting into bed. Listen to some soothing music or read a favorite book. Hey, you could even indulge yourself in a nice warm bath. Now you've prepared yourself for a good night's sleep. What can you do to sleep better once you're in bed? First of all, get into the mindset that your bed is for sleeping, not for reading, not for snacking, not for watching TV. Then make sure you feel cozy and that your bedroom is not too hot or too cold. Also, keep the room dark and limit excess noise. Once in bed, if you can't fall asleep in 20 minutes, get up and do something until you feel sleepy. Don't fight sleeplessness. You need to train your body to realize that your bed is for sleeping. What's that? Still can't sleep? Sometimes self-care just isn't enough. If it hasn't worked for you, we encourage you to consult your doctor. But be prepared. First, be sure to take your answers to the Good Morning Sleep Quiz with you to the doctor's office. In addition to going over your answers to the sleep quiz during your appointment, tell your doctor how long your sleep problem has lasted, what your symptoms are, and if you've had any recent changes or illness in your life. You'll also need to make a list to review with your doctor, showing any physical or mental complaints you have, what prescription and over-the-counter medications you're currently taking, what other people have told you about your sleep habits, and what self-care techniques you have tried to solve your sleep problems. Providing all possible information will help your doctor recommend an accurate solution to your sleep problems. Doctors now have a variety of new treatment options that can be combined with routine self-care. With your doctor's guidance, you'll be on your way to getting the sleep you need, night after night. Finally, rest assured, most sleep problems are temporary. What's that? You're interested in getting more helpful information on how to improve your sleep? Then tear off the business reply card on your handout, like I did, and mail it. Your answers to the questions on the back of this reply card will help us send you information specific to your sleep needs. Do you know someone else who may have a sleep problem? Then be sure to share that other reply card. Or, if you prefer, call 1-888-6-SHUT-EYE. That's 1-888-6-SHUTEYE. You can also look up the Shut-Eye website at www.shuteye.com. Remember, it's your life, it's your quality of life, and it's within your power to do something about your sleep problems. Solve your sleep problems today.